Are you dealing with chronic symptoms that are just driving you crazy? If so, this video is for you. So I've been dealing with like chronic congestion, like drippy kind of down my throat, often on sinus issues, watery and even puffy eyes, which that's a newer thing for me lately. And so I'm on the carnivore diet. Been sharing a little bit about my experience with that over, I've been doing it a little over 3 months now. And now I'm kind of looking at what is called histamine intolerance. And for me, it's been there. If this is what it is, it has been there. It's not coming on now just because I'm doing carnivore. And I know that because I've had these symptoms off and on for years. It'll kind of clear up out of the blue. Don't even know why. Tried all the things, antihistamines, and been to the ear, nose, and throat doctor, all that kind of stuff. And like everything always looks fine in there. Like, okay, but I've got these symptoms and it's really annoying. So I've been doing more research, and that's a lot through people sharing their experiences, and I so like appreciate that. And so what I'm really looking at right now is eating meat, and when meat is more aged, it's higher in histamine. So, in my local area, doing some research, called some of the different grocery stores and the butcher departments, and fascinating. Those guys often don't even know. You ask them, how long is your meat aged before it's packaged? Someone said to me yesterday when I called, they said, well, we don't age it. Like we get it in and we package it. I'm like, I'm asking from the time that animal is harvested to the time it's packaged. So if it's hung for, weeks or whatever, then packaged, that's more aged than an animal that within the first few days. So it takes a local sourcing. So I actually felt kind of discouraged that places don't know where they get their meat, right? They're just packaging it up. And most people don't ask those questions. I'm thinking to myself, they're probably thinking I'm just this annoying person. But I don't care because it's so important to me. My health is important to me. How the animals are treated is important to me. And the quality of the animal and the food source is going to be for me and my family matters to me. So, fortunately, I found a local source of meat and it's fresh. So, within 3 to 5 days of the harvesting of the animal, it's packaged in cryo and frozen. And that halts the histamine buildup, is what I am learning. So, I'm going to try it out. It's interesting because it's a bit more limiting because I was eating a lot of like for breakfast mostly is where I think I'm going to have the most challenge because about half the days of the week I was eating bacon. Well, bacon is much, much higher in histamines. It's got the nitrates. It's by definition cured, aged, right? And I've really enjoyed having that. And it's not, I'm going into it not with, oh, I can't ever have it again. I have no idea if it's even going to help, but I feel like I need to give this a try because I'm not going to know otherwise if I don't try to eliminate. And that's one of the things I love about this type of diet is you can eliminate all these things and see, calm down the inflammation, which is what I'm hoping to do. And then you can add things back in if you so desire, see how you feel, right? So I think it's going to be interesting. Part of me is like, oh, we could just have bacon tomorrow. Like a little bit won't hurt. But then this other more like, what do I want to call it? An organized manager part that can see the benefit of being committed and not, you know, not just going with what feels good, but holding the line, holding the line for myself. And so I don't let myself get very far. The one part's like, oh, let's just do this. And I'm just taking it one day at a time. And that's what I highly recommend for people. I encourage my clients to do that. And that's not even having anything to do with food. It's life. Just take our time. We get ahead of ourselves thinking about the future, how hard it's been up till now. But if you come into this moment in time, anything's possible. One next step. Dinner. Okay, I'm looking at dinner. And then, oh, the next thing, then the next thing's what do I do for breakfast? You don't have to plan it out for 2 weeks. Because the other thing about it is that not only getting our meat like freshly packaged, but also I'm not going to cook for the week and reheat it because that also, I'm told, raises the histamine levels. And that's also a little bit of challenge. So, could take everything with a grain of salt and just like reduce where we can with the things that we are questioning whether or not it's causing us more of these chronic symptoms. Because the chronic symptoms are the ones that we're like, okay, I'm tired of it. This kind of needs to stop now. We want to improve our quality of life. So I'll be tracking that and I'll probably give an update in about a week, see how I'm doing. Um, and the other piece I'm tracking is intestinal stuff because I'll get like once a week, once every 2 weeks, I'll get irritable bowel type stuff and be very uncomfortable. I had some more little bit stuff today. It'd been almost 2 weeks. So I'm like, okay, used to be very frequent. So, and I don't know how much of that is food because stress affects. There's other things that go into. There's like mind body connected stuff that I have figured out has to do with mine. But I really do believe I can be 100% healthy. I'm like I shouldn't have any symptoms of digestive upset. I know my body can function in a really, really healthy way. And clean eating is the one thing I have not done, not fully all in committed. So for any of you who are in that space, and a lot of the people in the carnivore or keto space are that's what we're doing. If you're struggling to remain committed, just know because there's parts of you. There's parts of you that don't want to for different reasons. There's parts of us that want to be soothed by food. I have worked with people with that, and just the parts that just want to take over and go, never mind, I'm going to go have some ice cream, right? And you know what? If that happens, it's okay. It's not, I don't see it as a failure. And I know I would say I was a sugar addict most of my life. And it's amazing to me now that I don't hardly want it. And I'm not trying to eliminate every little bit of sugar. I'll have like a little bite of dark chocolate or something most days, but I just can't even like. I had a bite of birthday cake a couple weeks ago. It made me feel sick. Like I don't even know why I just had that because I didn't even want it. I'm just like, oh, it's festive. I'll try a bite. Oh boy, no. And so it's kind of nice to not want it, right? When you're satiated, you don't have the room. The cravings are related to we're not getting what we need into our body within nutrients and stuff too. So, can fill up, emotionally, can be emotionally soothing, but then it also can be other things. So anyway, um, feel free to leave, questions, comments. I would love to hear about your journey. Um, I feel like we're all in this together. We are all trying to do the best we can and without judgment and just accepting people where they're at. Just love to hear your experiences. I will continue to show up and share this as well as other types of content. So stay tuned and I'll see you next time.